Burgess.
Here.
Gordon.
Here.
Myers.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Washington. Williams. Here.
Resolution.
Yeah, here it is.
Resolution is for the water. Water. It's for the Oakland Park, facility. Everyone has everything in front of them. Any questions?
I have a couple, man. First of all, first question I have is, you stated before that the governor stated that this money was used specifically for to pay the loan. Do we have anything in writing that says that? Because the reason for the project and the reason for the loan now, I'm looking, it says to pay the project for the vinyl chloride, which is $4.8 million and some change. That's why I asked. The way this application looks, that's what we applied for. But nowhere on your Facebook, or you said you had it on your page, did I see anything or hear anything that stated, he said it was Clean Water Initiative, CWI. And he does not say that it was specifically used to pay the loan, and that's something that you had said before. But now, I'm looking at the way these papers are filled out. The papers are filled out specifically to pay the loan off. I have no problem with that, but I do have a problem when you stated that when you stated that the money that we got from the grant was used to pay the loan. I didn't see that. I don't see anything. I didn't see anything. I mean, do you have anything in writing? Because the reason why I'm asking this is because the last raise that we had, as far as raising the water rates, and it's stated in the
It states when we voted on it, when it was voted on this resolution, that the last $2 was to go for the paying for the air service. And that's what the last $2 half was. Now, if we're paying all that off now, and we're paying with this money, then why are we still assessing the $2, which was specifically stated that it was for the air service? So that's why I'm asking, is there anything, I mean, okay, we want to pay the money off, have a problem with that, but now we don't have any capability of borrowing anything to do any infrastructure. And I thought the reason why we were doing infrastructure is one day to get Chicago water. And that's what people voted on Lake Michigan water. I don't say Chicago water, Lake Michigan water, from where we get it from. And that was the reason for the low interest loan. Low interest loan was for the air service, okay. But now that we got this clean initiative money, I'm thinking we can use it to help with the infrastructure to go towards Lake Michigan water. But now that we paid this off, we're back at square one. We're still assessing the people $2 every 1,000 gallons extra. I'm just asking, when are we actually going to start working towards Lake Michigan water? What kind of plan do we have for that?
You raised a good point, Trustee, and things that we can talk about in the meeting. Tonight we're here to talk about the resolution regarding the appropriate thing. Whether you want to see something in writing from the governor came out here in person.
I didn't hear that.
And presented the money. Mohan has been working directly with the governor's office and with the IEPA to make sure all the papers go back and forth. So, Mohan's working with them. They're giving instruction how to start the paperwork so that everything goes smoothly, so Sauk goes to the money. Dealing with the governor, the money was directly for the use to go off and pay in lieu of that loan. So, you said you didn't see it.
I didn't hear it. I didn't see
It
it.
was very clear when the governor said that the money is for the water treatment, for the water treatment plant. So he made a very statement, he made that very statement in the video. The IEPA's press statement came out very clear. It talked about the water treatment plant, talked about how Sauk Village was currently on temporary air strippers. It talked about how the money was to be used for permanent repairs, which goes toward permanent air strippers. And I can just tell you, they made it very clear when they came out what money was for. I had meetings with the governor's office and the staff just to make sure, so that we were clear on how we were getting money, what money was supposed to be spent for. And,
our representative, who the mayor said was really instrumental in getting this loan to us, or getting this grant for us, which was State Representative Marcus Allen. And I even asked him, I said, is this money earmarked just to pay that off, the loan off, or can we use it for whatever? He said, my advice to you is to use that money. You already have a loan. Use that money to do your infrastructure. That came out of his mouth. Now, we can, and I even told you that before. I said that before. That's the first time I told you that. He said you can, use that money to further your infrastructure so we can get like Michigan Water, which is something that that people own on. And all I'm asking now, if we pay this loan off, why are we assessing extra $2 and which I don't know the numbers, but I know it's a few $100,000 a year that we're going to bring in. I know it's not going to do a lot of infrastructure. So in other words, basically, if we get $500,000 a year, that may get us a mile, if that much, to try to go for the infrastructure to get Lake Michigan Water. I just wanted to know, once we do this, why are we still assessing an extra $2? And if we are assessing that extra $2, what plans do we have that we're going to use that money for? We're going to set it aside. I'm just, the only thing I'm looking at now, one thing I'm seeing now, is every time we get an overabundance of the water fund, we use it for something else other than that. So I'm just asking to now, since we're going to pay this off every year,
I think you have to be very careful what you say, because you say we use it for something else. Okay, granted, the village may borrow, but the funds are put back where it's supposed to be. So you show me one incident where we took money to use it for something else and did not reimburse.
I just said we didn't reimburse.
No, you just got them saying
I
you use
said,
it for something else.
yes, we do.
So we borrow.
We do.
But
Okay,
the
we
funds
borrow.
are put back.
Okay, but we still borrowing
So
that money.
the funds are not being taken from the account to purchase anything else. Their funds are borrowed, which we have the right to.
What happened if we didn't have the money there, Mr. Mayor? What happened if we didn't have that money there to borrow? What were we going to do then?
We do what we do every other year when we were first elected, is we would be going out and getting a loan.
Well, we can't get a loan, Mr. Mayor. We know that. You know we can't get a loan.
Use your mics.
We can't get a loan. Only thing I'm asking is, what now, since we paying this off, we're paying this loan off that we assess the people for, what are we going to do now forward with the money that we're assessing the people? And what kind of plan do we have for, the Lake Michigan hookup of water or whatever we have to bring to Sauk Village? Because in our resolution that we have, it states the last $2 raise was to go for the air strippers. So now, since we're paying it off, and we're still assessing the people $2, what are we going to do?
And it's something we can bring up at a meeting, because we're not here to talk about that tonight, we're talking about the
This is-
resolution for $4.8 million. And what you have before you is the application, which was worked out with the governor's office and the IEPA, and there's a resolution that they sent us, and told us exactly how it had to be filled out, and it's before you tonight for passage. Is there any questions about the resolution that we have before us tonight?
I have a problem, like I said, I have a problem with paying that off like that. Yes, I do.
Well,
I'd rather get the money and put it towards water initiative, which would be for our infrastructure, rather than pay a loan. Yes, I do.
And trust me, you have the right to vote how you want
Okay.
to, but this is very cut and dry. It's a resolution either passed.
But if I saw it in writing, Mayor, then I would have a problem. I see that, I'm going by what you tell me. Mohan didn't even say anything. I'm going by what you tell me that he said. I didn't hear anything on the tape. I heard that he's giving the money for water initiative. Yes, I do, for clean water in Sauk Village. I heard that. I did not hear anything about the on that.
Okay, trustee, tonight's very cut and dry.
No,
This resolution passes if we get the money, or it fails if we don't get the money. It's very cut and dry. So any other trustees have any
We're
questions?
gonna get the money.
No, not without this resolution, we don't have the money. That's why it's so important, that's why it's like.
But you worded the resolution, Mr. Mayor. You worded it.
I did not word this resolution. The resolution was worded, the helping of the wording was through the governor's office and the IEPA. I did not word this. This is what they sent us.
Oh, they wrote this in.
So, that they told Mohan what had to be written in those blank spots. But this resolution was sent to us, typed up like this, sent to us for passage. And the
This is not
resolution
tight.
has to be passed before it goes any
This is
further.
not tight, Mayor. This is written in. This is not tight. This is written in.
You got this resolution right here?
Yes. What resolution? I have the one that you gave us in our.
You've got a copy of the whole entire application.
Okay, I
And
got
this tonight is what we're talking about.
I don't have a copy of that.
It's part of your packet.
No, I don't have that. I have the application package.
It's the saying.
Okay, but then that's written, there's no type. This is not type.
You said it's handwritten.
It's handwritten.
You're looking at the application.
There's a combination of both. Here, the application is typewritten.
Where?
You're looking at.
Where's it? I don't see no typo here.
Trustee Pastor, I'd like to show you how to read it.
Oh, you told me how to read it.
While we're looking at that, my question is this.
Trustee, this is your package, we just gave you. I went back one page.
Okay.
That's your resolution.
But that's not what the reason for the project is, Mayor. You said it was written in. This is a summary. I know what this is. I can't read. This is a summary.
This is the resolution they want passed.
And you said this is typed in?
It said it's typed, and we had to fill in the spots.
Oh.
What had to be filled in. And it said right there, public water, says where identification permission.
Mr. Mayor, I'm one person. I'm
For
one
construction,
person.
for construction of public water supply.
I'm one person.
Facilities
I'm sure you have
authorized representatives.
You have
to
both to
sign
do it. I'm one
grant
person. I'm not
application
going to
forms
just ask.
and supporting documents thereof, be it resolved by the village board of Sauk Village that David A. Hicks is hereby authorized to sign the grant application forms and documents. This is what we had to call a special meeting for, so that this would, so we can pass this
But
resolution.
this is, like I still stated. And I said, I'm just going to keep on, you won't listen to what I'm trying to say. I can read.
Trustee, I keep on saying.
But you're saying that the governor told Mohan to put this in here.
I said the governor's staff and IPA
Okay.
have been working with.
And they told him to word it and to
How
take
it
it
works, so
along.
we can get everything through.
Okay, I don't see that. I didn't hear that. I didn't
Well,
hear
Trustee, you weren't involved at all with the governor.
I guess you're right. I'm not involved in this either. My statement is, I don't see why should we pay this off. We cannot get a loan, Mayor. We don't have a bond rating. We can't even go out and float a bond. We can't get a bond to do the infrastructure. So why are we continuing to raise the rates, to keep the rates at the same amount for the water if we've already paying this? So all I'm asking you to do is answer the question, what are we going to do now that we're going to assess the people $2 per 1,000 extra, which was supposed to go for the loan? Now that the loan is paid off, what kind of project, or how are you going to take care of the money now? What plan do we have to go forward?
And Trustee, we're not going to discuss that tonight.
But if you pass this right here, Mr. Mayor, if we pass this right here and not use the money for clean water, because the money was for clean water. Anything dealing with clean water was what we can use the money for. That's what I heard. It doesn't necessarily earmark that. It said clean water. Lake Michigan water is clean water compared to ours.
I think that it's important to note that
I'm
it's
sorry.
been a while since.
I'm through.
I'm sorry, I've been trying to jump in and y'all been go back and forth, so I'm sorry if I'm interrupting Trustee Burns. But I was talking and you both interrupted me, so I'm sorry. But I think it's important to remember, now it has been a while since we've had our cap here, it has been a while since Robertson Engineer has done their presentation. But we're talking about infrastructure. If we could just put on the record, I recall getting the Lake Michigan water hooked up was somewhere around $11 million, okay? Number one. Number two, we've all talked about this, and I know that you and I have both gone back and forth on this. Even if we got Lake Michigan water, let's just say we got it. We found $11 million from the sky. We talked about the fact that with our horrible infrastructure, that would be a waste of money. We would literally be turning on our faucets and letting Lake Michigan water run through the streets. Places like Lincoln Meadows, places like Deer Creek, they still roll, well, not Deer Creek, but places like Lincoln Meadows, places like Weathersfield, all these other people who have these horrible, horrible pieces of infrastructure. We've had people sit in here from Lincoln Meadows and say that they're getting soot, and they're getting all these different things coming through their pipes because our pipes are old. And the last time I recall, it's been a while since Robertson's been here, but I want to say to do a complete infrastructure overhaul was $70 million. So, the $4.8 million, the little drop in the bucket compared to $70 million, it's something to put into perspective. Now, you're right, we have a low bond rating, it's hard for us to get a loan, I completely understand that. But continuing to have these debts, like this low interest loan that we have without paying it off, isn't going to help us get more money. And I mean, the loan that we took out for the airstrippers was $4.8 million, right?
No, 5.3.
Okay.
Where did you get 5.3? The loan for the IPA was 4.8 million.
No, it was not, Mr. Mayor. I looked I talk to them on a regular basis, it's 5.4.
Okay.
Well, if you're
Regardless of
talking
the
about
amount.
any with the interest over time, so the loan is
Regardless of the amount, I do know that there are very similar amounts between what we took as a loan and what we received from a grant. Considering both of them are from the state of Illinois, to me it seems like they gave us one to pay off the other. Regardless, either way, to say that this $4.8 million should be tucked away to pay for infrastructure, even at, like you said, $500,000, a couple $100,000 a year, was your estimation of how much we're getting when we raised the water rates, which at that time they said we still needed to raise them even more if we ever hoped to get Lake Michigan water, but we haven't done that yet. Even if we get $150,000 to $200,000 a year, if it just costs for the hookup is just $11 million, we're still $7 million away. How long is it going to take us at $200,000 a year to get that? I think we need to have short-term goals, and we need to really think about if we're going to do this whole infrastructure, this $4.8 million is going to be sitting somewhere until we collect the other $7 million while we've got this law. Which I think is we're throwing out there on that. I'm just saying all the facts need to be on the table. That's my point. But regardless, as the mayor has said tonight, and I've said in almost every other debate that we've had recently, you got two options. You vote for it, or you don't. If we don't vote for it, then this whole conversation is moot because we're not going to get it, and we can't do anything with it anyway. But if there's further inquiry that needs to be done as to exactly the intent of this money, fine, do the inquiry, whatever. But the fact of the matter remains is, if we don't vote on this, it doesn't matter.
Trustee, and I appreciate you saying that, but 2 years ago, whenever the resolution was passed for Lake Michigan water, it was passed as a binding referendum, said that we would go forth. This is before the mandate came from the IEPA for airstrip. This is before that, before we voted on that. Okay. Now, you're saying that we pay for this, and yes, it's going to cost tens of millions to do the infrastructure. So now, all I'm asking is what do we do now with the increase that we increased the water rates? What do we do with that money? And where is it that states that we're going to have, that we have a plan right now, since we altered this, since we had to alter, this was done by the government. The government made us come in and do airstripping because of the amount of chloride that was detected in the water. I do understand that. I was there too. But where is the plan that says, okay, now that we've done this, we're still charging you $2 per 1,000 of gallons that you use. Where is that money going to be used for? What's the plan to use that money that we're going to continue to keep assessing the people before we do this? I'm asking this now before, I don't want to wait until after we've done this and say, oh, well, we should have done that. I'm asking this board and the mayor, what are we going to do as far as move forward to start getting Lake Michigan? Yes, we knew how much Lake Michigan water is going to, and it's going to cost more than what we said, the $750. Yes, we know that. And the people know that we're going to have to come back to them for more. But right now, we came to them to pay for something that we were supposed to do anyway, which was the airstripping, because of the detected vinyl chloride. That was done, which we should have done back, but I'm tired of we should have, would have, could have. Now it's here. We have an opportunity now to take this and start with the project, because we've already assessed the people the money to pay for that loan. Well, we can take this and start moving forward. We're trying to, and then once we get that far, go back again to the governor or whoever we need to go to, where we can show them that we're trying to fix our infrastructure so we can get Lake Michigan water. But right now, what we're doing is we're standing still. We're paying this off, we're back at square one, and everybody's still assessed the extra $2 per 1,000 gallons.
But you can't do a third of a project.
You have to start somewhere. I didn't say we have to have $50 million in the bank to start the project. But the people have not seen anything in the last 2 years to show them why they're paying $2.
Besides the airstrippers.
The airstrippers was mandated. That doesn't change the taste, nor the appearance of your water. Airstrippers does not change that.
But a mandation is not free. Just because it was mandated doesn't mean that we didn't have to pay for it.
That's why we assessed them $2 extra.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that's what they should be saying. And
Okay.
I said last year, as a person who pays a water bill, which I know is sometimes disagreed upon, but you can see my water bill. As a person who pays a water bill, I said, we need to raise them again.
Okay, but
Because there's no reason like
why,
that, we're going slow. So
trustee, why, right,
that's-
what have we done in 2 years other than airstripping? What have we done to further or to move forward to bring Lake Michigan water here? What have we done?
There's nothing we could have done.
Yes, we can. We have to go out. You said I didn't read the plan. Yes, I did read the plan about Robinson and Jim. We have to acquire. We have to acquire land between point A and point B. We have to go out and negotiate whoever it is we're going to go and talk to as far as trying to get a price to find out. We have to find out where the piping is going to come and where we're going to have the house and the booster pumps at and everything. And then we have to take care of our infrastructure, which at the time was double digits. We had double-digit leaks. I think now it's come down. But we have to have, I think it's 7% or less in order to hook up. Those are the things that we have to try to do. I haven't seen us do any of those things yet, other than airstripping.
We've done that. The initial plans have been put in place. Robinson has those plans. All that
Yes.
stuff is in
But
there.
what have we done? What is the village done other
We're
than
trying to make payroll. You just said Tuesday.
Okay.
You just said Tuesday.
But we have an opportunity now, trustee,
But
to
you
use
just
the
said
money.
Tuesday that it comes to a point, it may be in December, where we can't make payroll.
True.
So in what universe are we worried about making payroll and we're still able to put money aside? We can't have both. We've been paying for the airstrippers. We've been having this opportunity now that this is going to come through. We're going to use this to pay off the airstrippers. Fine. If your question is, I think the base of your question is about what's going to happen with this $2 extra now, that's an amazing question. And as a person who oversees, who is the liaison for the finance department, and a person who is very, very concerned about this, we used to have a water committee. It was going to be started. It never really fell out. It never really fell out. I think this is a great opportunity for you and Mohan and Dave and another trustee on the board to sit down and figure that out. Because you're right. If this is going to pay out that $2 increase, what are we going to do with it? Let's come up with a plan.
I was trying to tell you. I mean, you're saying that, I had this written down. I talked about this, but then I was told I didn't know what I was talking about, and I don't know how to add. Okay, I understand it. We're going to leave all those comments in the comments alone. However, moving forward, we still have to, you said right, payroll. We have to pay payroll. What's payroll got to do with the $2 extra that we're still assessing the people per thousand?
Money. We can't
Payroll
pay
has
it
nothing to do
aside.
with that. We just got to saying that we don't use, that's not what that's for. We just got to saying that's what that's not. Okay, but to make it short, Mayor, you can take your vote on this. I'm just voicing my opinion about what we're about to go into, and I was just asking to, instead of doing that, use it for the intent where it was supposed to be for, because we've already assessed the people to pay that loan.
All right, trustee. I just want to make sure and make a couple things clear. That first of all, the IEPA loan was for $4.8 million. If you want to include all the fees and stuff, maybe it goes up to $5 million. The IEPA loan doesn't start getting paid off until all the work is completed. We have been working with the governor's office. If you listen to the speech the governor's office said last October the 10th, he even alerted to hopefully this will be his first time coming out. There's more stuff coming. We want to talk about things that we're working on. We're working on a lot of this stuff. But rather than it blast it all over Facebook, we're making sure things get done before people say stuff they don't know what they're talking about.
You on
So,
Facebook, man? You on
But,
Facebook too?
you're
You on
talking
Facebook.
about it.
But you on Facebook too, so don't say people talking about Facebook.
We
You
are.
have 2 accounts on Facebook, and you have an account
Trustee,
on Play Store. So don't say that.
Trustee, I have four.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry,
All right,
I'll be
so-
quiet.
The $4.8 million through the governor's office was because of the low interest loan. So, again, trustee, the governor made it very clear when he came out. The IEPA news statement, press release, made it very clear when they came out.
No, we did.
So,
No, we didn't make it clear. I didn't see it.
the application we filled out, we're working with the governor's office with the IEPA, makes it very clear what the money was for. So, again, You can't say, thank you, Governor, I'll take the money and then I'm gonna use it for what I want to use it for, not what you gave it to us. That's exactly what you're saying. You're
No,
saying,
I'm
I don't want to do what the governor says it has to be
I'm
done.
saying,
please.
I'm telling you what Marcus Evans said, who was the representative.
And who did the loan come from? Marcus Evans or the governor?
The governor even
Okay,
said
that's
Marcus
what I'm saying.
Evans
Thank you
was
very much.
instrumental in bringing this loan to Sauk Village. He said that. That's in his statement. Pardon me?
It came from the governor.
All the money comes from the governor's office, because Marcus Evans was downstate on our behalf also to do that, Mr. Mayor. He said that. The mayor, the governor stated that, thanks to Marcus Evans and his efforts. That's in there. I asked Marcus Evans, are we have to use this money for that? He told me no. Now, you can call him, and you can ask him. I will tell him. He told me point blank that day that we can use it for something else. Matter of fact, he said, I advise you to, instead of paying the loan off, use it to fix your infrastructure. That's what he told me.
All right. We have before us a resolution tonight. Is there any other question or comments on the resolution itself? That's what the special meeting is for. Trustee Young.
And if we don't pass the resolution tonight, I'm just trying to make sure that I understand it correctly, then we'll lose this.
The application is valued, we're not getting
Okay.
money.
He told you that.
So, from the governor's
Where's that?
office and.
Why is everything fair?
Trustee, that's why we're here for a
But
special
Mayor, why-
meeting, because everything is time
But then
sensitive.
why don't we have
I
any
would have pushed this
communication
off
with the
to
governor?
another
We going by
meeting.
what you say, Mayor. Where is that written down that, because these papers, I'm sure these papers were not printed today or yesterday. This right here was talked about for a while. Why were we involved in that? Why come we cannot ask, we don't even have a chance to ask anybody anything, because either we take it now by what you say.
You can either take money given to you, or you
But
can
that's what
say,
you
no, we
say,
don't want
Mayor.
it. Trustee, it's
That's
yes
what
or no.
you say.
It's cut and dry.
No, it's not cut and dry,
Is
it's
there
what you
any
say.
other trustees have any questions or comments? Hearing none, ask for a motion to approve.
So,
Motion, is there a second? Got a motion and a second? Questions or comments? Hearing none, Village Clerk, please call the roll.
Burgess,
No.
Myers, Morton, Austin,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Williams.
yes,
Motion carries. The trustees have voted in favor of receiving these.
And now put that out there too, that I
Ask for a motion to
to, like you did at
Motion, is there a second?
Mayor.
Second, all fair say aye.
And make sure you put that out there like you did in advance also. I know you intended to, but I intended to say something behind it.